Okay, so let me attention, please. So evaluation. Let me give you the definition of evaluation. Please note down. So evaluation is looking at. Okay, it is looking at all the factors that affect learning. When we talk about evaluation in a classroom, okay, we are looking at evaluation in a classroom. All right. So evaluation. You can note this down. Evaluation means or includes looking at all the factors that affect teaching in a principled and systematic fashion. Okay? Evaluation includes, please note down, okay? The factors that affect in a principled definition. Evaluation includes looking at the factors that affect learning. This is evaluation inside a class. So what is this? Okay. Are you clear? So what are the key words here? Anyone? Come on, start concentrating. What are the key words here? Okay. Systematic of you should look at it in a principled manner. All right. You should look at it in a principled manner. That's what we have to do in evaluation. And well, so now you should, yeah. Come. You said 10 minutes. I waited for you for 30 minutes. That's fine. So what is the difference between evaluation and assessment? If you look at that, so evaluation will always look at evaluation and assessment. Okay. I said that assessment is like a test. We'll be looking at there's an assessor, there's an assessee. In evaluation, you don't have that. You evaluate the broader things. What you're doing is not just the broader things. You don't evaluate a person. You do that, but still, it's a very broad manner of assessing something. It's a broad manner of looking at something. Okay, but still, it is principled and systematic. Evaluation in a classroom should be principled and systematic. Because this question keeps on coming. In the Kelly Verma Leda. Am I right? You have the principles and the system coming. This is what I expect from you at the end of 6 semesters. So this happened one time with you. In assessment and evaluation, assessment focuses on the product. Okay? Assessment will always focus on the product. What product? The product of learning. Assessment will focus on the product of learning. Evaluation will always focus on the means. Okay? It will always focus on the means. Innum clear soltuma? This is process oriented. What is going on? Today I am teaching, I'll go look at this video and then ask myself whether I did a good job or not. What I could have done better. Did the students learn or not? I'm getting constant feedback from you, from the way you react, from the way you are taking notes. I'm getting feedback from that. Some of you are tired. Some of you are bored. That's fine. That happens in a classroom. I'm not going to claim like in the Mari ideal stories. Let us not tell these ideal stories. So this focuses on the product of learning. This focuses on the means, or to be more precise, on the process of learning. Okay, means or on the process. So this will give you, after every class you can assess, sorry, you can evaluate and ask yourself if things are going on well. Okay, so this is the difference between evaluation and assessment. And the test, what is a test? A test is an instrument to measure a person's performance. A test is an instrument to measure a student's performance. It is also product oriented, but we will look at the various kinds of tests. So evaluation test is a part of evaluation. Let's be very clear. And people remember, in assessment will be on the product, evaluation is on the process. Let's just take it a bit more. Okay, we have some 10 more minutes. I don't want to. Okay, people. So, right. So when I say assessment is about, let us take it from here. Now, the product the product is that. So when we say product, we are going to talk about pass or a fail, okay, or a grade. Pass or fail. Okay. A student has passed, a student has failed. This is what we are going to talk about. So I have a question here. Is that the only aim of a class? Can we say, no, இவ்வளவு பேர் pass பண்ணிருக்காங்க. இப்ப கூட they were asking for some data and immediately they said, tell us how many students passed. I think a better example would be how many students passed in first class, or how many students passed and got into MA. How many students passed? So don't reduce it to a binary. You understand this now? This is a binary. Either you have passed or you have failed. And let me tell you something. Passing or failing is not important. Remember, you set standards. Never fail yourself. So don't reduce it to pass or fail. So let's take it a bit further. Okay. So either and by the way, this pass or fail, when do we usually say? What is the kind of test that we, after what kind of test do we say that we give that this particular title of pass or fail? Or do we declare that the student has passed or student has failed? I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this at all. Okay. First of all, and second, okay, two, never forget this. And I always say this: protect your personal time. You need a lot of time. And this should be done under supervision. You try panna. For example, learning a foreign language. I give you this example again and again. Try this out. These two things are required so that, of course, again, I hope that no one gets an arrears or no one gets I hope that does not happen to anyone. Because if you get an arrears in the university examination, immediately what happens? People start judging you. I'm sorry to say, some people stop their education of the students. If the student is a girl, if the student is a boy, they send that boy for work. It's a very sad state of affairs. Okay, it's fine. So what? Okay, so all right. So let us look at. So we are looking at, there is pass or fail is, we are looking at terminal or end of the course. So this happens at the end of the, but let us be clear. And I would like to stop there. Another just 2 more minutes. We cannot proceed like this. Anything cannot proceed like this. Okay, there has to be a constant evaluation going on. So we will. So now process na solita, correct? Now process na solita. So here evaluation. In fact, evaluation can also be about the product. When it's about the process, that is, if I'm evaluating the process of learning or process of thinking, what do I do? It's called your continuous assessment is a formative evaluation. Okay. For example, I teach. I give you an example. I do something, I teach, and then I conduct a quiz. That is a formative evaluation. And then I judge. Instead of this, that which is product oriented, and that here we have process, here we have the product. I will call it summative value. So your end of the course test or end of the course evaluation conducted at the end of the course is summative. It tells about the product alone. Process of the process. The question is this: if I have to look at the process, does it mean I have to conduct a test? Not necessary. Not absolutely necessary. But we look at how you can conduct formative tests or formative evaluation in the next class. Okay, we'll stop there for today. Thanks for listening patiently, and see you in the next class. Okay.